here. And Riva Cordis,
Here.
Jordan Moore, she's not here. And Jacob Taylor,
Present.
Allison Lee Ketchy, she's not here as well. Abigail Hawkins, she's not here as well. And I'm here, Justin Velasquez. I think that's everyone.
Okay.
So next on the agenda, we'll just have the approval of minutes, which will be. Please inform me what the approval is again one more time, Dr. Christian.
Well, in this case, the minutes will not be approved because we don't have a quorum.
Okay.
So I just want to ensure that everyone has taken a look at the minutes, and if there are any questions about the minutes, then we can address those.
Okay. So next, since we won't have the quorum because we are short on people attendance, the next thing on our agenda will be our general business, which is like our committee reports, some of our old things that we discussed, and things that we'll be doing in the future. In regard to committee reports, I'm sorry, Jacob, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to say, before we continue, I just wanted to let everyone know that I believe last meeting Jordan requested an excused absence.
Yes, she did. She did say that she would not be here on the 12th. We can't, correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Christian, but we can't vote on that because we don't have a quorum, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
But we can note it.
Okay. Thank you for saying that, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to committee reports, this is just coming from like my perspective. I do understand that everybody has been in school and like we've been busy with finals and just school in general, and if you guys work outside of school. So I'm not sure if you guys have had time to meet like with people in the committees you guys are on, but correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. I don't think any of the committees have met as of yet outside of these meetings that we have.
Oh no, our committee, my committee met. I met with Justin Velasquez.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was pretty brief though. We just discussed like the newsletter.
Okay. Perfect.
So that was the Public Relations Committee?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. And you guys met and you discussed the newsletter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything specific that you want to share with the other advisory committee members?
So, in the template, I put in Riva's and Allison's articles and bio, but I didn't receive the others that also wanted to include their articles.
Next, I have one from Jeremiah that was sent last week. I can send you that.
Okay. Yeah, I can put that in as well then.
Okay.
I like them change, Miss Tabitha. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
And so what is missing from the newsletter?
I think there was one more person that wanted to write something as well. It might be Jordan, but I'm not sure. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like one more.
Okay.
Person.
So with the newsletter, you have you received the information from the chair, Reva, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then Jeremiah was writing an article on International Village. You received that?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm about to email it to him now.
Okay. Did you receive the writing from Allison on the mentoring?
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And Reva also submitted something to you on financial budgeting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I believe that's all then.
Oh, okay, then I can just add in Jeremiah's and then it should be good then.
And I would like to add, I received an email from Abigail not long ago stating she's moving back home for winter break and she wouldn't be able to make this meeting. So she's asking for an excuse absence again.
Okay. So Abigail and Jordan on their absences. Okay. So back to the newsletter. It sounds like we have, or you have everything that is warranted, right?
Yeah, so I can just add Jeremiah's and then it will be complete.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, actually, would it be possible? I might be able to just email Allison for like some pictures, maybe. That would also be helpful. Or because I don't remember her sending pictures along with her article.
Okay.
So I might be able to email her about that.
Awesome. Okay. Perfect. All right. Madam Chair, turn it back over to you.
Thank you all for that. So next on our agenda, we'll just discuss a bit of our old business. So in the last meeting, we just discussed and we're brainstorming some ideas on what we wanted to focus our project on for CAB. Also, we discussed city council meetings. Dr. Christian informed me before the meeting has started that the next meeting is on January 22nd because we won't be able to make this month's meeting. And in regards to the previous discussion about the project, I did reach out to an advisor on campus that I have a relationship with, and we spoke about the IRB process. And she said because I am a grad student, it automatically would trigger the review process just because I'm not as involved with like undergraduate clubs and like activities. So me doing it from a grad student perspective, I probably could distribute it within the business school, but still then because I'd be collecting like personal information and like anything regarding the student, it would trigger the process. So that's just my feedback from my end. However, I also wanted to say that I did get on the meeting and speak and say that I didn't think food security in terms of like doing the idea Jacob mentioned would be beneficial for Wake students. However, I will admit that I did misspeak because I did have a couple of conversations with like faculty and the advisor that I'm close with, and she said that a lot of students on this campus actually do struggle with food insecurity and they would benefit from a project like that. So Jacob, your idea was a great idea and I love to go forward with it if anybody else does not disagree. And I believe that was all we had the chance to speak about last meeting was, yeah.
Okay.
And as Nathan, of course, went over, everybody submitted their articles in their bios for the newspaper.
Awesome. Okay. So before you solidify your thinking on the food insecurities, let's back up for a minute and talk about the city council meeting on the 22nd of January. So as I shared with Reba just before the meeting began, our youth advisory council is scheduled to present at the council meeting on the 22nd at City Hall at 6 p.m. As you guys are aware, if you were part of the Youth Advisory Committee, when that presentation takes place, normally the College Advisory Committee members are also there. And if there's a presentation that CAB has to make, then of course, that presentation will be made also. In this case, if there isn't a presentation that CAB has to make, we would like for you guys to be there so that we can do the joint picture of our YAC Advisory Council members and our college advisory members. So are you guys available on the 22nd at 6 p.m. to be at the city council meeting in City Hall on that night?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. The other thing is, go ahead.
Oh, I was also gonna say I was available for that meeting.
Okay. Reva, are you available that
Oh,
evening?
yes, of course.
Okay. And Mr. Taylor, are you available that evening? Did we lose him? He said yes. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So we definitely want to ensure that we spread the word to those members who are not here tonight to ensure that they are available to meet and join the city council meeting on January 22nd at 6 p.m. Oh, also with that, we do have a few college advisory board member t-shirts and also some hoodies. Maybe a nice touch if we can get those distributed to you guys and you can decide on which that you want to wear that night. So we'll have to make sure that we have your size and get those to you so that you guys can wear those. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love that idea too.
Okay,
Yeah, same. I think that'll be great.
nice.
Can you guys give me a quick second? I'm going to the bathroom. Sorry.
Okay, what do you think? Jacob, what are your thoughts about the t-shirts or the hoodies to wear on January 22nd at the council meeting?
Okay, sorry about that. I briefly had to step out, so I had somebody step in my place. So would you mind just basically just going back over what the t-shirt and hoodie thing is?
Right, so we have our college advisory board members. We have a t-shirt and also a hoodie, and would like to see if you guys are interested in wearing either one or the other on the 22nd at the council meeting.
Okay,
Awesome. So we have to get
that works for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we definitely need to get everyone's t-shirt size so that we can make sure you look nice in your new drip, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, that's that. And Ms. Reva had to step away for a minute. So with the food insecurities, that project, we just need to discuss that in greater detail and solidify that as much as possible this evening to make sure we're all on the same page and how to move forward. So what is the pleasure of the committee members? Further discussion needed regarding the food insecurities project, how we want to do that, how you guys want to do that, and how you want to move forward.
I think wait, didn't Jacob have a great idea last meeting? I think Jacob had a great idea last meeting.
So Jacob, do you care to expand on that once again? I know we captured some of the
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I believe the idea he's referring to is about I believe in the past there was a farmers market that went down at Winston-Salem State, and basically they arranged this farmers market to come back consistently, and I think it was in partnership with the city's farmers market and something along those lines. And I believe I said something about the rest of the schools basically jumping on ship. So same thing for Wake that happened with WSSU in the past. Same thing for Salem College and for Sci Tech. Just all the schools basically still in that same idea that WSSU had.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So do you guys recall who your contact person was at WSSU?
I believe it's been a little minute since that's happened. So like way before I was on the board or any boards for that matter.
Okay.
I think Miss Wanda Allen Abraha knows a little bit about that though. So I think she'd be a good contact if that's something we wanted to pursue.
Okay. So what is the pleasure of you guys, the rest of you guys are thinking? What's your pleasure?
So are we reviewing the using the idea of like using rather than using the cash that's on the meal card, students will be able to use it at the swipes at the fresh food places and like farmers markets?
Yes.
I love that idea because I feel like even with like the accessibility to food on campus, like we have salad places, but there are no real places you can get like fresh fruit outside of the pit. But even in the pit, like you're not allowed to take that food outside of the caf unless you buy like a take-home container and stuff like that. So I think it's a great idea, and I think Wake would be willing to participate in it as well.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, I do have an article, this article that I was supposed to present last year to the city council on the information regarding that. So if you guys would like that, I can send it over. About the meal ticket, not meal tickets, but the whole like card swiping and stuff like that. Yeah.
So you have an article?
Yeah, well, it was something that I was supposed to present at the city council last year that Wanda provided me. This project, I believe, was supposed to conclude the National League of Cities grant.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the project that we kind of worked on that for Winston-Salem State. And so I guess this year we're just expanding that to other schools is what we're thinking.
Okay. And so That's something that you guys worked on last year that you were supposed to present to council.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it was presented. I was supposed to do it, but I wasn't able to like attend. But I believe this project was worked on longer than just last year. It was
Yeah.
just that it was concluded last year.
Okay. All right. Okay. Justine.
I believe the idea with the farmers market is also very viable, and I agree with it because I know my own school for site tech was like monthly. I think it's monthly. They do a farmers market where you can just they give out food to people in need, and they just make you sign your name, and then they give out like monthly food for people in need. And I feel like that should be like spread among more schools, and because it's a big problem. I mean, no food.
Okay. So what Mrs. Mitchell-Bissett and myself will do, we will have a conversation with Mrs. Wanda Allen Abraha, and we get the contact information, and we could see how we can move forward with expanding the food insecurities project that you guys worked on last year, or college advisory board members worked on last year.
Also,
Okay.
I can reach out to two people I know on campus that already have like food security initiatives to see like how they went about starting it, and if okay with you, give them your contact information so that y'all could have a conversation.
That sounds good. We will work it all out. Make sure that we're headed in the right direction with this. And then, of course, when we have enough for a quorum, we can make sure that everyone has an opportunity to vote on it and move forward in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. All right. Madam Chair, back to you.
So next on the agenda would be, what we just discussed, would that be new business? Would that be considered new business, or would that be old?
Actually, that was old business.
Okay. Okay, so next up on the agenda would be new business. So like going forward and what we're doing currently, I feel like what we just discussed kind of pours over. Just maybe everybody by our next meeting can have like an idea of how it would look and how the outreach would go. But of course we have to structure it more, but just to have an idea so that we aren't like just brainstorming while we're on the meeting, because that eats up time. And Nathan and Justine and Jacob already said that they are going to attend the January 22nd city council meeting, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then in regard to new business, I know we have the holidays coming up, so I'm not sure if we probably have too much to do around this time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Christian.
Well, we are actually having this Friday, we're actually having our luncheon with our partners. So if you guys are available and want to come by and partake, we're going to have Jamaican food, Indian food, and also Mexican food. And that will be from 12 to 12:30 to 2 on Friday at the Human Relations Department. So definitely come by if your schedule permits and partake. There will be plenty there. Any other upcoming events, Ms. Tabitha, that I hadn't discussed?
No, I think we've discussed everything. We just need to figure out how, are they going to email sizes to me, or are they going to send those to Reva so we can get their stuff together? And also, we need to talk about how we're going to get it distributed. Are they coming to pick them up? Are we taking them somewhere where they can pick them up? Or how are we going to go about that?
Right. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't you guys just email your t-shirt size to Miss Tabitha, and then once we have that information, we can follow up with the distribution.
Okay. Will do.
Okay. Okay, Madam Chair.
Next up on our. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I will also send out a whole group email for the ones that did miss it and may have an opportunity to come by and still you want to attend the actual meeting. I'll reach out so everybody is on the same page as well.
Awesome,
Thank
absolutely.
you. So next up on the agenda, we have our staff reminders and information. So our annual project, we kind of just discussed that. Just I don't want to say does anybody have time to meet, because I know like after finals you guys probably do not want to meet and you guys probably just want to go home. However, if we can meet before our next CAB meeting just to discuss like some ideas or just anything regarding our annual project, that would be helpful, so that when we get on the next meeting we could have like some sort of deliverable. It doesn't have to be like a physical like whole proposal, but just some sort of idea we could discuss on the meeting. Also, our January meeting schedule, please correct me if I am wrong, but that should be every second week, correct? Yes. So that should be Tuesday the 9th. And then, yes, Tuesday the 9th should be the next day we meet.
Yes.
And then I'm not sure if we have any upcoming events in terms of like citywide, but I know on my end I don't have any. So.
Well, again, yeah, as far as upcoming events within our department, we do have that luncheon coming up on the 15th. Okay. That you guys are invited to attend. And then we will roll into the new year and have a few events that will take place in January, February. So we will make you guys surprised of those as they become available.
Okay, and then does anybody else have anything to like add or just say during the meeting? No. Okay, I do not have anything to add either. So if that is all, I am guessing this is the end of our meeting. I don't want to call it too soon because I don't know what else.
Well,
okay.
That's pretty much it for tonight. Yeah. Just remember to email Mrs. Tabitha your shirt sizes. Nathan, definitely want to make sure that we can go ahead and formalize the newsletter. And as Madam Chair mentioned, go ahead and start formulating something for the annual project, and calendar the 22nd at 6 p.m. for the city council meeting.
I also have one quick thing to add. So for the newsletter, I also need like a picture of everyone in the college advisory board. So how would I get that?
Well, does everyone have a headshot that you can send to Nathan?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So if you guys will go ahead and send that, and Ms. Tabitha, if you would send a message to those who are not here tonight, to see if they can go ahead and send that. Of course, the sooner the better. If they are able to do that sometime this week, it would be great. If not, no later than Tuesday of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. I think that would suffice. Does that work with you or for you, Nathan?
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Is there anything else? Any other comments?
That'd be all from my end.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys, again, if you can make it to the luncheon on Friday from 12 to 2, somewhere in there, come by, swing by, and pick up a plate. If not, then you guys enjoy your break, your holidays, your Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday that you celebrate.
And for those
Thank you.
that are able to make it, that would be a great opportunity for you to pick up your hoodie and t-shirt as well as the plate.
We could do that. Yeah, we could do that there. That'd be great. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't want to say yes or no because I'm supposed to leave on the 15th, but I don't know what time we're driving back. So I'll send an email by tomorrow just to say if I'll be able to come.
All right. Well, you guys have a good evening.
Thank you, you
This
too.
meeting is